Goodness knows I love an appropriate dribble. Blasting quite a bit too much here. And one thing about her, she will dry you right out. She ain't leaking. That's what I love. You keep everything nice and moist for the foreseeable future. We're starting out another very windy day here out in the county. But the good news is all that smoke from the Hughes fire, which got up to over 10,000 acres yesterday, is kind of cleared up. Seems like that's getting a bit under control. So that's good news. I can leave the house without stressing and finally finish up all those projects I've been working on down in the city there. Before I leave home, this is the first aerial iris, desert iris hybrid blooming of the year. Muted colors, but look at that sparkly texture. Kind of muted colors, but I love the sparkly texture on the falls there. Little beards. It's a subtle one, you know? It's still beautiful. Isn't this just the cutest little thing? It's a bicolored little multi-flowered narcissus. Got a nice scent to it. Okay, we're getting blown around by the wind here. Time to get out of here. Got this charming little crocus in here, which I'm really struggling to focus on, but you can see how tiny this bloom is. I love these little guys, but they get lost in the jungle of the garden, so a lot of them might kind of grow in pots. Happy spring color. Miss Santa Ana is in full force. Miss Santa Ana wins. And one thing about her, she will dry you right out. So I'm always out here doing the extra water, and I've got this hot, dry blow going on because it just sucks the moisture out of your plants. It's very sad. But we're doing what we gotta do to keep everything healthy. Let me get down nice and low here and show you a little something. Yesterday we picked up some new Proteas. This is mostly some old flowers on my Protea cynaroides, King Protea, national flower of South Africa. Here's a bud coming. As you can see, they've got these really sort of sculptural, architectural flowers, and there's definitely some seeds in there that I'll take out and try to germinate, go through a little process with them so we can get some more of these beautiful plants. Windy weather, the koi are saying, no thank you, it's cold, we're tired, just hanging out on the bottom of the pond there. In fact, let's see what temperature we've got here. Yeah, just above 50
Down at the
degrees,
house in LA, greeted by another South
metabolisms
African
are quite
plant,
slow.
beautiful
Not
osteospermum.
much is happening with them right now, which is why I'm standing here and you can see they're not even coming up to say hello because they're not hungry. All right, the crack of 11 a.m. Let's get the truck out of here. This is a bit of the unglamorous side. You know, we have long season of growth, so there's a lot of weeding and cleaning up to be kept up with. All right, I have this splitter that I've had on the bib for a couple of years and using it with an auto timer to do some drip irrigation here. I noticed it was leaking today, so I popped it open and the gasket is like gnarly as can be in there. So I pop that out, see if that's something I can just like replace. If not, I'll have to put a new splitter on there. In the process, the flexible tubing joint, because everything is made out of plastic, just broke. So I gotta fix that. But the water will flow again, rest assured. Here we are once again at the Home Depot. I got some gaskets to replace that hose and a brand new caddy. At least this one has got some brass fittings, although still plastic inside. Let's see how long it lasts. Okay, as always, we are experiencing list creep here, ending up with a ton more stuff. It's like every time you walk in here, you're dropping a big stack. But that's how it goes. Let's start with our little gasket replacement, see if we can't fix this without having to get a new splitter. Ooh, it's dirty in there. You can truly never have too much Teflon tape. Got a million rolls of these. I'm still always looking for more. I really should just leave this running so you can see the highs and lows, the joys and the terrors of the operator errors. But I'm beginning to think that we've fixed the leak. Let's run it on manual. Oh yes, baby, you hear that flow? She's running, she ain't leaking. That's what I love. Hey! And that's exactly what I'm talking about. We busted the fitting loose on that. It was all wore out, again, from being a shitty piece of plastic. So, live and learn and replace consumable parts. The compression fitting, she couldn't handle the pressure, honey. So, now we got a new one. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Holding together. No explosive release. Not for this, anyway. Went ahead and picked up a few friends, little shubunkin goldfish. They are going to keep this water lily tank free of mosquito larvae. So we're getting the temperature equalized and we're gonna let them free. Welcome to your new home. Oh. Come on. Gonna use a 1/2-inch pipe with the compression fittings for the supply and for the outline, and just make a nice little grid of the drip with some special emitters with a higher gallons per hour flow for the trees. That is gonna squash in there. All right, got the grid or the outline set there. Now I gotta run the supply line under the grass to the hose bib there. Chronically underestimating the amount of time that these things will take. All right, we've got our line teed off in our little tiny trench. We're gonna run the supply line right up there. As usual, I'm missing a few key components, but what I'm gonna do is the best I can with what I have and put in little 6-gallon-per-hour dripper emitters for each of the big trees and the roses, and then work on getting 1/4-inch drip tube grid to cover the ranunculus and anemone growing area. May need to finish up the rest of this project another day, but we're getting close. We're getting real close to the irrigation. All right, out with the old, in with the new. Beautiful aqua velva, Louisiana iris. All right. We got most of the way done with our project here. You can see the irrigation grid in, plus individual emitters for the trees. It's not hooked up to the source yet, but we'll hit that next time. All right, thank you for joining me for another exciting day in the garden. See you soon. Well, it's an hour and 45-minute drive home at the moment, so I am back at the Home Depot. I can finish this project while I wait for the traffic to go away.
I mean, they weren't drunken sailors, they were drunk sailors on meth with
100%.
Dad's credit card
Yep.
and doing rails, and like they just found out they had terminal ass cancer and they were a weekend in Vegas. I mean,
Yes.
All right, here we are, all finished, looking very crispy. It's time for the historic first flush here. Let's see, station 2, that's what we want. I'll run it for 5 minutes. All right, here's hoping. Got some flow through the pipe. All right, running clear. And now, all right, here we are. Got our emitters emitting. It's got solid flow. The dribble's dribbling. Also pretty nice, to be honest. What's going on with you, girl? No love? Should be looking a little bit more like that. Have to perform a little mouth-to-mouth here. This is a little bit worrying. That's really blasting quite a bit too much here. You want more of a normal dribble. All right, I think it's the third time's the charm here. Got an appropriate dribble going. Goodness knows I love an appropriate dribble. You keep everything nice and moist for the foreseeable future.
All right, that's it. I'm going to end with a random shot of this rose. It's called Pinata. If you like this weird stuff, follow me. Bye.